Welcome learner in our science class for 5th standard. Learner, today we will learn about the different sources of water that are present on the earth. So you already know that about 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with water. Or we can say that water makes about 70% of the earth's surface, and about 90% of water present in the sea and ocean, and it is a salty water which is not used for drinking and the irrigation purposes, and the remaining 3% water, that is the fresh water, out of which 2% water is locked in the form of ice and the glaciers, and we have only the 1% of water that we can use for our daily needs. So on the basis of the sources of water, we have divided the fresh water into two types. First is the surface water and second one is the groundwater. So what is the surface water? The water that is present on the surface of earth. So, surface water is the water that is present on the surface of earth, and we can get this water by from lake, from pond, stream, rivers, etc. So, next kind of water, that is the groundwater. So, groundwater is the water that is present under the surface of the earth. When it rains, a part of rainwater seeps through a layer of soil, and this water reaches solid rocks where it gets collected as a groundwater, and we can draw the groundwater by drilling the wells, tube wells, etc. So what happens earlier day? Earlier day people used to fetch the water for their daily needs from rivers, lakes and the wells. Even nowadays in many areas where there is no water supply system is present, people depends on the natural sources of water like river and pond. So they use the different way to lift or to drawing out the groundwater. So now we will discuss about the different ways to drawing out the groundwater. So first is the step well. So what is the step well? A step well is a well having steps on all its sides. So earlier people used to draw the groundwater from the bolies or the step wells, and these step wells were built by kings to collect and store the rainwater, and they serve as a constant supply and backup during the drought conditions, and also it was a place where the community activities and the religious ceremonies was held. And the next, that is the most common way to draw the groundwater, it is the well. So what is the well? It is an artificial source of water dug deep into the earth to obtain the underground water, and water is taken out from the well with the help of a pulley. So here what is the pulley? You can see the picture of pulley, and it is a kind of simple machine that is commonly used to draw the water from the well, and it makes our efforts less. We have to use less energy by using pulley. So pulley is a wheel with a grooved outer rim, and a bucket is tied at the end of rope, and this rope is fitted in the groove of this pulley. As the rope is released, the bucket goes into the well, and when the bucket gets filled with water, it is taken out the well by the pulling the rope with the help of this pulley. So pulley makes our effort less. Next, that is the most important or the common method used in the mostly plain area to draw the groundwater. It is the water wheel or the rahat. This water wheel or rahat mainly used to draw the groundwater for the irrigation purposes. So you can see in the picture this water wheel has the bucket that are attached to the wheel, and as the wheel is turned, the bucket lifts the water, which is then diverted into the fields through small canals. So this is the most common method that is used for mainly the irrigation purposes. Next, the method to draw the groundwater is the tube well. So in the tube well, you can easily see a long pipe is inserted deep into the ground, where it dips below the groundwater level, and this water is then drawn up by using the hand pump or by an electric pump. So hand pump is the one of the another method to the draw the groundwater. And nowadays there is no need to go outside the home to collect the water for our daily needs. There is a well planned water supply system that supply the water to our homes and the office in the cities or in the village also. And in such system, what happens, water from any sources like river, lake or the pond, that is collected in the treatment plant, and where it is purified by the series of the process. In the treatment plant, it is purified by adding the chlorine tablets or through the ozone. It is purified it, and then it is stored in the large storage tank, and through this tank, then this purified water is sent to our home and office through a network of the pumps and pipes. So the water that are used by us in our homes, that we get from the tap, that is the purified water that we obtain from the natural sources. So learner, although earth has abundant amount of water sources, but for the drinking purpose we need the fresh water, which is very scarce. So we should start conserving our valuable water sources. So this is all about today. Thank you. Have a nice day.